Your worth is not measured by your exhaustion. That is a lie that the real estate industry is addicted to. That belief is exactly why you are a high achieving agent with a 7-figure volume who is simultaneously one phone call away from quitting, losing money, or losing a relationship. If you don't build a business that can run just as well without you, it is impossible to scale, impossible to sustain, and impossible to live the life you actually wanted when you started in this business. You have been trying to out-hustle your competitors, doing everything yourself and hoping the exact same mindset will finally take you to the next level. But newsflash, it won't. You don't need a motivational speech. You need a structural change. So let's talk about the 5 questions that have to be answered if you want to burnout-proof your success. For those of you who don't know me, I am Linnea. I am a coach and a fractional visionary for real estate agents. I work with 2 specific type of agents. First, those selling 1 to 2 homes a month who are ready to double their business. Second, top producers who have consistently sold 3 or more homes a month and who are stuck on the transaction treadmill and want to build leverage. My entire philosophy is that more leads is not the solution. It is just a faster path to burnout. Growth comes from doing the hard work of building the right systems. On this channel, we build those systems. So if you are ready to scale with leverage, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the good stuff. The first question I'm asked is, how can I structure my business to minimize overwhelm and burnout? What I found is that most agents approach this backward. They try to apply a system to a chaotic life. But instead, what needs to happen is you need to apply intentional, non-negotiable habits to your day before you apply systems to your chaotic business. So there are 3 layers of this. The first layer is the daily mindset. This is a non-negotiable. You cannot operate from a place of scarcity and expect to build a business of abundance. It just does not work. So there are 7 daily habits, simple, actionable tasks you're going to do every day, no exceptions. The most powerful one is the very first thing you're going to do, which is write down your $1 million thought. This is a positive, growth-oriented affirmation like, I'm the #1 storytelling real estate agent in my market. This isn't fluffy, I promise you. It is a mechanism to rewire the negative thinking that fuels the burnout cycle, keeping you focused on possibility. The other 6 habits that I want you to adopt every single day are move your body, connect with your squad. So find an accountability group, connect with people who already love you and want to help you move forward. Every single day, I want you to delegate 1 task right now. This is going to help you move toward being able to have that scalable mindset. At minimum, 1 money generating activity every day. Then I want you to look at your money and say thank you. Now, this is going to help wire in your brain how grateful you are for what you have today. The more grateful you are for what you have today, the more you're going to attract that positive stuff into your life in the future. And stay tuned because I will have a video coming up very soon about the 7 daily habits and your money mindset. The final habit within the 7 daily habits that I want you to adopt every single day is to set a boundary and stick to it. Now, this could be as simple as shutting your door at your office, turning your phone on Do Not Disturb. It could be very complex too. So set 1 boundary a day. Second layer, the Fab 15. After your mindset is aligned, you must move immediately into money-generating activities. Like I just said, that is a 7 daily habit. I like to call this the Fab 15. This is 15 minutes a day, non-negotiable, just for starting conversations. Think about this. I had a client who did this. He dedicated 15 minutes a day to literally just starting conversations. He didn't buy new leads, and he doubled his volume by being consistent with this approach. So that consistency led to multi-million-dollar transactions from 1 single intentional conversation. You have to stop trading time for money and start trading intentional effort for money. The third layer, time blocking for freedom. The only way to protect these habits that you're going to be putting in place and your mental space is through systems, more specifically time blocking. You must integrate clear blocks, checklists, workflows, and things that you're going to be doing at that time. You got to fiercely protect these blocks in your calendar for prospecting, client work, and most importantly, personal time. One agent that I work with went from being perpetually overwhelmed to having no time for her family to closing 1 deal per week because she was finally able to implement the right blocks in the way that worked for her, which ultimately led her to hire the right support. I don't want you to work harder. I want you to work in blocks that protect your family and your personal well-being. That is how you build a structure that serves you instead of one that relies on you. Consistency over intensity every single time. The second question I'm asked is, how do I automate lead generation and follow-up without losing that personal touch? This is a big one. And this is where I see a lot of agents get stuck, because you're probably saying, Linnea, I know it's important to have systems that gain and nurture leads on autopilot. I know that it will increase my income and free up my time, but I don't want to lose my voice, or more importantly, the relationships that I built. I don't want my clients to feel like they're talking to a robot. Well, the good news is neither do I, but your thinking is backwards. Automation is about leveraging tools so you can focus on the things that will make the biggest impact for your business, like having better conversations and connecting with your ideal client. The key is in the setup. Don't just blast generic messages. That's when it sounds like a robot. You have to make it sound like you. Setting up your CRM takes time. In Follow Up Boss, which is my preferred CRM, it is simple to set your automations to reference a recent conversation or something personal about the client. Automation should set the expectation or tee up the opportunity for real human follow-up. This is what I like to call the personalized automation approach. I show my clients how to use these check-ins so in a way that triggers a manual follow-up only if the lead responds. And this is where leverage really comes in. You're going to outsource the repetitive, keeping warm work to the system, but you're reserving your high-value attention for the people who are ready to engage. One of my clients actually saw her conversion rate double just by implementing this. Her emails and texts always included a detail from the last conversation, even though the initial outreach was fully automated. Now, before you do this, let me give you a serious warning. Do not get stuck in the weeds building funnels and campaigns yourself. You are a real estate agent, not a funnel builder. I wasted so much time, energy, and money doing that. So take it from me when I tell you that what worked best was simplifying, stripping away everything that was unnecessary and focusing only on building relationships. Use automation for what it's good at: reminders, scheduling, keeping your database warm, but always jump in with a personal touch when there's a real opportunity. Let the system do the heavy lifting, but you must make sure your clients always feel like they're talking to you and not a robot. That is how you build trust and get repeat business. If these bottlenecks sound familiar, it's time to stop guessing. Take 5 minutes right now to get clarity. The burnout-proof audit is a 10-question assessment that's going to pinpoint the exact systems that you need to build in order to get off the transaction treadmill. The link is right below. You could also go to burnout-proofbiz.com. The third question is about boundaries. And it's also the question that no one wants to talk about. How do I set boundaries with clients and team members to protect my time? Let me be direct. If you don't protect your time, no one else will. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. Boundaries are not selfish. They're what make your business sustainable. So many agents act like they're available 24/7, and that's exactly why people treat them like a commodity and why the general consumer does it. If you want to be seen as a professional, as someone who runs a business, not just someone with a real estate license, you have to act like it. Boundaries are what separate you from the pack. They show clients you have systems, standards, and a level of service that's worth paying for. Setting boundaries is one of the most powerful ways to show your clients you're running a real business, not just hustling for commissions. When you communicate clear office hours, response times, and structured processes, you are demonstrating that you take your work seriously and that you value both your time and theirs. The solution starts with clear, pre-written scripts. This is part of the system. For instance, clearly communicate your availability. My office hours are 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and 10 to 3 on Saturday. If you reach out after hours, I'll get back to you the next business day by 10 a.m., unless we're negotiating a contract or an emergency comes up. Very simple to implement that. When I started enforcing my own boundaries, my clients respected me more, not less. I coach agents to say things like, my business is built on providing the highest level of service during dedicated client hours. That's how I ensure every client gets my best. And it's why my results are different from the average agent. When you run your business with boundaries, you are not just protecting your time, you are elevating your value. You are showing clients you're not desperate for every deal, and that confidence is magnetic. It makes you stand out in a crowded market and turns you from a replaceable commodity into a highly trusted and respected advisor. Boundaries are not about saying no. They're about saying yes to the right things at the right time for the right reasons. And that's what real business owners do, and that's what makes you different. The fourth question I get is about money. What financial planning habits help reduce stress during slow market periods? If you want to reduce stress in real estate, you have to treat your business like a business. That means knowing your numbers, planning for the slow seasons that will inevitably happen, and never letting your finances be an afterthought. But the reality is 92% of real estate agents operate from commission check to commission check. And honestly, that's not a business model. That's a recipe for anxiety and burnout. The small percentage of agents who thrive, especially when the market slows, are the ones who build financial buffers and have a plan for every single dollar. At the beginning of this video, we discussed the $1 million thought. The thing is, you cannot affirm abundance while your finances are in chaos. Financial confidence is the bedrock of professional freedom. Here are the core money habits that you must implement. Pay yourself first and build a reserve. Every time you get paid, this is non-negotiable. Set aside a percentage for taxes, a percentage for business savings, and a percentage for your personal reserve. Even if it's just 10% to start, consistency is what matters. Your reserve fund is what lets you sleep at night when deals are thin. Track every dollar. You must know exactly what's coming in and what's going out. Use a simple spreadsheet or an app, whatever works for you. I've had agents realize they were spending hundreds a month on subscriptions and leads that weren't actually producing. When you track what you spend, you can cut the waste and keep more of what you earn. Budget for business and life. Create a monthly budget for both your business and your personal life. I know, I hate the word budget, so call it a plan, okay? Create a plan, financial plan. Factor in your fixed expenses, your marketing, your education, and your fund money. When you know your baseline, you know how many deals you need to cover it, and you stop operating from a place of scarcity and fear. And don't forget to plan for taxes. You are a business owner, so act like it. Don't let tax season sneak up on you. It comes at the same time every year. Set aside your tax money with every check. It's not your money to spend anyway. You must be proactive so you never go into panic mode. This system works. I have a client who is terrified of her slow months. So using my money system, we built her a simple way to track her income and expenses and set up automatic transfers to savings. Now, I am not a financial planner, but I will help you look and create a system that works for you. We created a lean month plan for her. Within 6 months, she had 3 months of expenses saved. When the market slowed, she didn't panic. She took a vacation during the slow time, and she knew that her business and her bills were covered. Financial confidence is freedom. When you have money habits and systems in place, you stop making desperate decisions and start making smart and strategic ones. That's how you build a business and a life that lasts no matter what the market does. The final question is about delegation and building a support system. This is the ultimate question of leverage. How can I build a support system and delegate effectively to avoid burnout? I promise you, until you get this right, you are stuck. You cannot scale a 6 to 7 figure business with a part-time assistant mindset. You have to master delegation. And that starts with your head. The first step is a mindset shift. Let go of the I have to do it all mentality. You don't. Hiring a VA or a transaction coordinator is the biggest objection I get from every single real estate agent. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't want to hire in the Philippines. I don't want to train. They can't do it like me. It's the biggest objection. If you're having a little bit of an aha to this whole moment, obviously you're not alone. It's very normal. But I promise you, on the other side, you're going to have a different set of problems, better problems. Problems are going to help you get to that next level faster. At least you're not going to be overwhelmed and anxious, not having a life or being able to do what you want. Delegation isn't a weakness, it's leadership. CEO does not stand for Chief Everything Officer, it stands for Chief Executive Officer. It's time to start acting like it. Once you adopt the mindset, you're going to do a gap analysis by auditing your time and tasks. You're going to find the biggest time thieves and establish boundaries that protect your focus and energy. The first priority in getting rid of the time thieves is to stop the drain and build immediate momentum. So just list every task you do in a week, then ask, what are the things that only you can do? What actually moves the needle in your business? What drains you, or what could be done by someone else? That last group, what could be done by someone else, that's your immediate delegation list. Once you've decided what can be done by everyone else, write a job description. Don't just hire randomly. I've done that. Get really, really clear about what you need. Start with the responsibilities. Transaction support, executive assistant support, managing your calendar, your inbox, client gifts, documentation, social media. Then outline the expectations for those, like regular tracking, weekly updates, contributing to business growth. Be clear when you're doing this about the tools and platforms, Notion, Asana, Follow Up Boss, Zapier. This is how you hire. You have to get crystal clear about it. Then once you hire someone, you're going to start small and delegate one task at a time. When you first start doing this, you're kind of hiring somebody to take the little tiny things off your plate. Those things right now may not add a major impact to your bottom line, but they're sure going to free you up to talk to more people, take more appointments, and take back your personal time. Start with hiring someone for maybe marketing or admin, then build from there. If it doesn't work, create better SOPs and onboarding and try again. Each time your systems and onboarding will get better. Then, as as you do this and go on, you're going to continue to build systems and SOPs. For long-term scale, this is the most important step. Document your processes. Filming a SOP, standard operating procedure, for your pre-listing packet is going to facilitate future delegation and save time, and then you don't have to do it in the future. Preparing for growth through effective SOP creation allows you to focus on higher value activities as your business expands. Then you're going to hire and onboard a VA. Be clear about your expectations and onboarding process. Provide training, feedback, and regular check-ins. If it doesn't work out, don't be afraid to let someone go and try again. It's a different skill set to master, but you'll never go back to not having support. Then I want you to leverage community and accountability. You don't have to do this alone. We have a community called the Legendary Real Estate Club with accountability calls, leadership calls, weekly coaching, templates, checklists, scripts, marketing, and you get access to group and private channels for on-demand questions and mastermind support. Collaboration and accountability are key to elevating together. So if you truly want to grow into that CEO mindset, you have to do this. If you want to know more about the Legendary Real Estate Club and the support we provide, just book a call, the link in the description. Every hour you get back is a win. Use it for high value work or your life outside real estate. Clear your systems, the easier it is to hand things off and trust they'll get done right. And I have a bonus insight for you. One mindset shift that underpins all of these systems is this: consistency beats intensity every single time. You do not need another intense, unsustainable hustle sprint. You need sustainable routines, daily money-making activities, weekly planning, non-negotiable routine for your own self-care. You need to hire the right support. And when you embrace this mindset, you will see a steady, predictable growth curve in your business and find the satisfaction you're searching for. You are exactly where you need to be right now. The only thing that stops a burnout cycle is an intentional decision to step back and change your structure. The first step to breaking that cycle is getting clarity. So if you have not downloaded your audit or done your audit yet, just take the 5-minute burnout-proof audit right now. It's going to tell you exactly what system is holding you back and what you need to build first. The link is in the description below. And if this video reframed how you think about your business, let me know in the comments. Which one of these 5 shifts are you committing to this week? And make sure that you subscribe for more systems-based strategies, and I'll see you on the next video.